Hello everyone. It is my pleasure to greet you all the fans who are watching us from North, Central America and the Caribbean as well as around the world. My name is Carlos Fernandez. I am the head of national competitions at Concacaf. We are here today at the Concacaf headquarters in Miami, Florida to conduct the official draw of the 2019 Concacaf Women's Under-17 qualifiers. For this initial stage, the lowest ranked 16 teams of the tournament will be divided into 4 groups. After round-robin play, the top finisher of each group will advance to the knockout stage of the final competition. Today's qualifying round draw will be conducted using a single blind system involving 4 pots. Seeding will be based on the Concacaf Women's Under-17 rankings as of 2018. In Pot 1, we will find Bahamas, Honduras, Barbados, Antigua and Barbuda. In Pot 2, we have St. Kitts and Nevis, St. Lucia, Curaçao, and Dominica. Pot 3, Cayman Islands, U.S. Virgin Islands, Anguilla, and Guyana. And finally, in Pot 4, we have Belize, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Bonaire, and Martinique. The draw will begin by drawing teams from Pot 1. The first draw team will be placed in position 1 of Group A. The same will be done for the remaining teams in Pot 1, using positions 1 in Groups B, C, and D. The same procedure will be followed for Pots 2, 3, and 4. And with that, let's begin with the draw. The first team is Honduras. First team of Group B is Antigua and Barbuda. Now let's gonna see which one is the first group of Group C. Barbados. And the last sphere of Pot 1 is for Bahamas. With that, we have concluded Pot 1. We're going to start with Pot 2. And the team joining Honduras, it's St. Lucia. The second team of Group B now, it's Dominica. Our next team is St. Kitts and Nevis. And last but not least, our last sphere from Pot 2, Curaçao. We're going to proceed now with Pot 3. And our first team from that pot is Anguilla. Our third team of Group B, Cayman Islands. Then we have U.S. Virgin Islands. And finally, Guyana. Now let's finish with our Pot 4. We have Bonaire. Last team of Group B is Martinique. And we have Belize. And finally, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. So there we have it. Our 4 groups of the qualifying stage has been drawn. In Group A, we have Honduras, St. Lucia, Anguilla, and Bonaire. Group B will have Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, Cayman Islands, and Martinique. In Group C, we have Barbados, St. Kitts and Nevis, U.S. Virgin Islands, and Belize. And last but not least, Group D with Bahamas, Curacao, Guyana, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Please stay tuned for the championship draw in a couple of minutes. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Concacaf Women's Under-17 Championship Draw. For those of you who just joined us, my name is Carlos Fernandez. I am the head of national competitions at Concacaf. We're here today at the Concacaf headquarters in Miami, Florida, to conduct the official draw of the 2019 Concacaf Women's Under-17 Championship. For this championship stage, the highest ranked 16 teams of the tournament will be divided into 4 groups. After round-robin play, the top 3 finishers from each group will advance to the knockout stage. Today's championship round draw will be conducted using a single blind system involving 4 pots. Based on the Concacaf Women's Under-17 rankings as 2018, the seeded teams are Mexico in the red sphere, Canada in the yellow sphere, USA in the blue sphere, and Haiti in the white sphere. They will be preceded into positions E1, F1, G1, and H1 respectively. The remaining teams will be divided into the other 3 pots. In pot 2, we will find Costa Rica, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, and Guatemala. In pot 3, we will find Puerto Rico, Bermuda, El Salvador, and Panama. Finally, in pot 4, we will find Dominican Republic, Cuba, Grenada, and Nicaragua. The draw will begin by placing the seeded teams in their respective groups. Once completed, we will draw the teams from pot 2. The first draw team will be placed in Group E, position 2. The same will be done for the remaining teams, using positions 2 in groups F, G, and H. The same procedure will be followed for pots 3 and then 4. With that, let's begin with the draw. We're going to start with pot 1 and the red sphere, which should belong to Mexico. There we have it, Team Mexico in Group E. I'm going to proceed now with the yellow sphere, which will determine the first team of Group F. And there you have it, it's Canada. Moving along with the third sphere of pot 1, and to confirm, it's USA in Group G. Finally, last sphere of pot 1 and first team of Group H, which is Haiti. Now we're going to start with pot 2. And And with the first sphere of this pot and first team of this pot, which is Trinidad and Tobago. We're going to continue now with the second sphere of pot 2. And joining Canada, it's Costa Rica. The team joining Group G will now be Jamaica. And the last team from pot 2, it's Guatemala. We're going to move ahead with pot 3. And the third team of Group E will be Bermuda. Then we have Panama. Third team of Group G, it's for Puerto Rico. And joining Haiti and Guatemala, we'll find El Salvador. With that, we have concluded pot 3. Now we're going to move ahead and start with the draw of pot 4. And the last team of Group E, it's Dominican Republic. Joining Canada. In Group F, we find Cuba. The last 2 spheres of this draw. First one, we find Nicaragua. Finally, to determine the last team of this draw, we have Grenada. With that, we have concluded the draw. I'm going to go over the groups right now. Starting with Group E, we find Mexico, Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda, and Dominican Republic. In Group F, we find Canada, Costa Rica, Panama, and Cuba. In Group G, we have USA, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, and Nicaragua. And finally, Group H, we will find Haiti, Guatemala, El Salvador, and Grenada. Very exciting groups. I'm sure we're going to have some great matchups for this championship draw and a great qualification process for the World Cup of these teams. All the best of luck for all of those participating in this event, and we hope we see you in the tournament soon.